Let me ask you something. What's the one thing that drives men absolutely crazy? More than rejection? More than the friend zone? More than pineapple on pizza? It's when a woman suddenly starts ignoring you. One day she's sending heart emojis and giggling at your dumb jokes. Next day, radio silence. You text her, no reply. You check if she saw your story, she did. Twice. But not a single message back. Now your brain is doing backflips, trying to figure out what the heck happened. Did I say something wrong? Did she lose interest? Is she testing me? Is she dating a guy named Brad now? Relax. Take a deep breath. And now, listen closely. Because how you act when a woman ignores you might just determine whether you win her respect or completely lose her forever. And no, I'm not going to tell you to chase her harder. In fact, we're going the other way. Let's talk about Stoicism and how being calm, controlled, and quietly powerful will do more for your love life than all the romantic texts, voice notes, and cute emojis combined. Ready? Let's go. You know what's funny? When a woman ignores you, most men react like they've just been thrown into an emotional blender. It's chaos. Suddenly, we forget everything we've learned about self-respect and dignity. We become part-time detectives and full-time sims. We start texting her more, double texting, triple texting. We analyze the last conversation like it's a crime scene. Wait, I said LOL? Maybe she thought I wasn't taking her seriously. Maybe she hates LOL. Should have used haha instead. I'm such an idiot. Brother, stop. The moment you start chasing after someone who's ignoring you, you've already lost. Because here's the truth that most men don't want to hear. When someone ignores you, it's either a test or a sign. But either way, your reaction matters more than anything. Let's look at this through the lens of Stoicism. What does Stoicism teach? Simple. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. You can't control her replies, her mood swings, or whether or not she woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But you can control how you respond. Let's use a simple example. Imagine you're at a restaurant. You order a burger. The waiter nods, goes to the kitchen, and then disappears. 10 minutes. Nothing. 20 minutes. Still nothing. Do you storm into the kitchen and start screaming? No. You might ask once, "Hey, is my food coming?" But if the waiter just keeps ignoring you like you're invisible, you don't chase the waiter, you leave the restaurant because you're not desperate. You're not begging for a burger, you go where you're valued. The same rule applies with women. When she ignores you, don't flip the table, don't camp in her DMs, just calmly detach. Now listen. Sometimes a woman ignores you to test your emotional control. She wants to see if you're the kind of man who falls apart under pressure. If you get needy, if you start acting like a clingy teenager, she wants to know, are you a man or a boy in love with attention? Stoicism is your weapon here. It's the silent power that says, if you want to leave, the door's open. But I'm not chasing you out into the storm. She expects you to panic, but you don't. She expects you to beg, but you don't. She expects you to lose your cool, but you stay calm. And guess what? That calmness drives her crazy, because now she's not in control of your emotions, you are, and that makes you powerful. Let me tell you a quick story. There was this guy, let's call him Jake. Jake met a woman, let's call her Melissa. They had great conversations, flirty banter. Everything seemed to be going well. Then, out of nowhere, Melissa starts ignoring him. Jake panicked. He texted her, "Hey, everything okay?" No reply. Then again, "You good?" Still nothing. Then he sent the classic guilt trip message. "Guess you're too busy for me now. Cool." Cringe, bro. At that point, she didn't just lose interest, she lost respect. Because Jake showed her that his emotional world depended on her attention. Now contrast that with another guy, let's call him Marcus. Same situation, great vibes. Then suddenly, silence. But Marcus? He didn't text again, he didn't ask what happened, he just kept moving, went to the gym, hung with friends, focused on his work, smiled. 2 days later, Melissa texts him out of the blue, "Hey stranger." Now why'd she do that? because Marcus didn't chase. He didn't lose his mind. He passed the test. And she felt the shift in energy. You want to be Marcus, not Jake. Here's the thing. When you don't react emotionally to a woman's silence, it sends a message without you saying a word. I have value. I don't need to beg for your attention. If you're not interested, that's okay. But I won't lower myself just to win you back. That's magnetic, because Stoic men are rare. Most guys crumble when ignored. But you're unshaken, and women notice that. Let's break it down into simple rules. If a woman ignores you, here's how to act like a Stoic man. Rule number 1, don't chase. Silence is not an invitation to beg, it's an invitation to observe. Rule number 2, shift your focus. Go build something, work out, read, create, become unavailable. Not as a game, but because you're genuinely busy improving your life. Rule number 3, respect yourself. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. If you reward being ignored with more attention, you're saying, my time isn't valuable. Rule number 4, be open to walking away. Not every silence is a test. Some are just signs of disinterest. And guess what? That's okay. You're not for everyone, and everyone isn't for you. Now I know what some of you are thinking. But what if she's going through something? What if she just forgot to reply? Great, give her space. If she's into you, she'll come back. If she doesn't, you just avoided wasting your time. Either way, you win. That's the power of Stoicism. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about knowing your worth so deeply that someone else's behavior doesn't shake your foundation. You're not cold, you're composed, you're not heartless, you're centered, you're not ignoring her back, you're just choosing peace over panic. Now let's talk about energy. Every woman feels your energy, even through a text. When you're anxious, she can sense it. When you're calm, she feels that too. That's why when you stay cool after being ignored, it triggers curiosity. Why isn't he reacting? Is he upset? Does he even care? Boom, now she's thinking about you again. And that's the game changer, because you didn't need to manipulate, or beg, or do backflips for her attention. You just held your ground. And your silence spoke louder than any words ever could. Let me leave you with this. A man's true strength isn't shown when everything is going well. It's shown when things are uncertain, when people pull away, when emotions run high. How you handle those moments, that's what separates a boy from a man. So the next time a woman ignores you, smile. Don't panic, don't chase, just lean back, breathe, and let the silence do its job. If she values you, she'll come back. If not, you just cleared space for someone who will. That's the Stoic way. That's the powerful way. And that's how you win, not just in dating, but in life. If you enjoyed this, you're gonna love what I've got coming next. Because the more calm, confident, and in control you become, the more they'll chase you. Stay centered, stay focused, and never forget. Her silence is not your cue to speak louder. It's your cue to go silent too. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.